Hello guys, Jake here. Welcome back to another video. So I just wanted to keep the introduction on this one pretty brief, but I got the chance to interview the new manager and assistant manager, Searle and Anwar Uddin, as part of my work experience at Aldershot Town. So I just wanted to share it with you guys, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy. Well, firstly I'd like to say thanks to both of you for sitting down to talk to me today. And yeah, welcome to Aldershot Town. What was it about the club that made you think it would be a good fit for both of you?
Can we go first?
Yeah, go first.
It's a massive club. Regardless of what happened last season, with regards to league position, you look at the infrastructure, the people here, the fans, the community, everything about it. Just like I said in previous interviews, why wouldn't you want to work here? It's a great opportunity for me.
And for me, played here, always loved playing here, and it's a club that's got history, tradition, and when I got the call from the gaffer, obviously an opportunity to work with someone like him and learn. I'm at a stage in my career where I'd love to sort of improve, and I think this is probably the best place to do that.
Didn't you score a goal here as well?
Yeah, I did. I purposely not mentioned that because I'm trying not to.
And you've been here for a few weeks now. How are you both kind of settling in?
Yeah, I think that it's always a frustrating time when you're trying to put a squad together. And B, you're waiting for that very first session where you can get on the grass and actually start to put your sort of philosophy across. But it's allowed us time to actually look at players, do our research, and we've been working really, really hard, to be fair, behind the scenes to make sure we get the right people in. But it's been a great 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been great.
Cool.
Yeah, really interesting actually, because obviously a lot's gone on in the 3 or 4 weeks since we was announced. We had to build a squad. There was a lot of turmoil in terms of what the league we're going to be in. So we've had to sort of contend with all those issues and at the same time build a squad that's capable and good young players, elderly players that can really compete and do well. So I'm just glad that we can start now because this is where the real football begins.
Yeah, and as you just said, you've made some great signings over the last week or so, and there's a good mix of kind of young and experienced players. How many more players are you kind of looking to bring in, and what kind of size of squad are you looking at having?
We want to have quite a tight-knit squad. Yeah. I don't believe in big numbers. I don't think it creates an environment necessarily that's too positive if you've got too many players, because there's always going to be people you leave out and who are going to be upset, and that can create quite a negative environment. And we're massively about positivity. We've probably got 2 or 3 more we want to do, definites, before the season starts, but we're not, like we've said this before, we're quite patient about stuff. It's got to be the right person at the right time, and they've got to be the right fit for the club. We're not going to panic and just sign anybody.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think quality over quantity, I think that's the key. I think it's the right player who's also the right person and buys into the club and wants to help us go forward.
Yeah, 100%. And obviously as fans, we always hope, as like every fan in the league, to win the title, go on a good kind of cup run. But realistically, what do you think your goal is kind of for this season?
Yeah, I had this question before. I'd be an idiot to sit here and say we're going to do this and we're going to do that, because you can almost create a false sense of security. The bottom line is the club didn't win enough matches last season, and we're going to approach every game. We want to win it, and wherever that takes us, that'll take us. So we want to be more competitive in every competition that we play in, and whatever, as I said, wherever that takes us, that's where we'll be.
Yep, cool.
Yeah, I'm optimistic. I think we're going to do as well as we can. I'm positive, but we have to take each game as it comes. And I think it's quite difficult to have targets and we're going to do this, we're going to do that. We're going to work as hard as we can and do as well as we can.
Okay, I've got a bit of a different question. This one's for you, Anwar. I know you've done a lot of work for the Kick It Out campaign, and you've recently been in Bangladesh. Can you kind of briefly explain what you were doing out there and how much it kind of means to you?
Oh, it was a fantastic experience. I do a little bit of international coaching for the Football Association, basically sort of creating partnerships between different countries. Obviously Bangladesh is where my father's from, and there's a refugee crisis in the country. There's 1 million Rohingya in a refugee camp in Bangladesh. So the FA decided to go and help the cause, work with the coaches and the people in the refugee camp and do a little bit of coaching, see if we can bring a little bit of sunshine and a bit of skill and football brilliance, because in Bangladesh they love English football. Everyone talks about the Premier League and everyone talks about how good our coaches are. So for us to go and visit a country like that and be in the refugee camps and do some work is massive for them. So I was just obviously privileged to be part of that experience, but I'm glad to be back now.
Yeah. And finally, Danny, I'd like to congratulate you on earning your FA Level 5 UEFA Pro licence, was it?
Thank you.
18 months of hard work and some big names alongside you. How does it kind of feel?
Yeah, it's a great achievement. It's been hard work, and I think that just like players have aspirations to achieve certain things in their careers, this was one of the big tick offs for me. And there's not many of us in the country, you know. So it was, and as you said, there were some great people on the course, and it helps me lend my expertise to other people. And I think what these courses do is they give you a platform to then continue your learning and development as well. So it's not just about I've achieved that, so I'm done. I've just started my league manager's diploma as well, because I eventually want to do a master's. So it's a case of, as well as we want the players to develop as staff and as a management team, we want to keep developing. But yeah, no, it was a great achievement. Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations. Once again, thank you for taking your time to sit down with me this afternoon, and can't wait for the season to start.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Cheers. Brilliant.